Hey everyone, I'm Melissa. I'm the owner of Modern Defense, and I've also been an NRA certified instructor teaching for about 5 years now, teaching a lot of the concealed carry classes and handgun education classes. I just recently started offering classes for women only, classes that only women can attend. I feel like they feel a lot more comfortable in there. And since I've started teaching a lot more women, I've been having a lot of women asking me pretty common questions, the most common question being, what handgun do you recommend? So I thought that I would make a video on the top 5 handguns that I would recommend for women for concealed carry. So here I have 5 handguns that I've hand selected. Not to say that the one that you may have is wrong or I wouldn't recommend it. It just means that I'm trying to make it as simple for you guys to make a decision without having a whole bunch of options out there, because I know, yes, there's a ton of handguns out there. So I just wanted to sort of narrow it down and tell you guys my opinions about what I recommend and why. So I actually have 3 380s here and 2 9mm. The 380s that I would recommend and the 9mm that I would recommend are based off of comfort level, reliability, and just a basic takeaway from majority of feedback that we've received in recent years, and a lot of the customers wanting these specific guns because of all the great benefits that they provide. So a lot of them, I'm going to go into one each. So I have a SIG P238. This is going to be a 380. So it's magazine fed, holds about 6 rounds. That's probably going to be the con of this gun, but it's really reliable, really nice weight, and it shoots really nicely. So the next one is going to be, obviously, I have to put an Easy in there because a lot of women love the Easy model. And the reason why they love it and why it's called the Easy is because it's easy to rack the slide. So a lot of women that I teach, maybe they don't have really like strong wrists, but they want to be able to protect themselves, and therefore they really like the Easy because everything about it is easy. It also has internal safeties, so a lot of women like that. The other one that I would recommend is the Glock 42, not because it's been around for a long time, but really when it comes to 380 handguns, there's some on the market, but there's not a lot that I would really put a lot of my trust in when protecting my life. So the Glock 42 is really reliable, really not a whole lot of chances of it jamming unless you, as the shooter, do something specifically to make it jam, and it's really easy to conceal. So that's really why I picked it, because you can put it into a sort of holster in your shirt. I like to use the Undertech undercover tank tops, and really easy to conceal. The 9mm that I would recommend, I have the Springfield Armory Hellcat. Some people like these, and I have actually had some customers come that don't like them, but I have shot it. Has really nice texture on the grip, allows you to get a really nice grip on it, and it actually has very prominent sights. So a lot of women have a hard time just lining up their sights, keeping their sights on target. This actually has really nice sights on it. So for that reason, also it's a double stack. It comes with 2 different magazines. So it actually allows you to have one 11-round magazine double stack and one 13-round magazine double stack. So you have a lot more rounds that you can protect your life with. The last gun that I would recommend is going to be the SIG P365. I recommend this one because, and really why I recommend a lot of these is because there's so many accessories out there for them. You might pick a gun that you like, but guess what? There's not a whole lot of accessories for it. They are making a lot more accessories for the SIG P365. One really huge advantage is it is a double stack magazine, just like the Springfield Armory. You do have a higher magazine count with it. You're going to have is a 9mm, so it has more stopping power. But also I think it's just a really nice smooth trigger. A lot of women seem to really shoot a lot better with this one. It is going to have a kick still, but also one thing that I really liked about this gun is that it has glow-in-the-dark night sights. So you can see your sights in the dark with just a factory stock. You don't need to install them. They already come right off the box with glow-in-the-dark night sights. So for that reason, I like that one. Also with the SIG P365, you can buy the 15-round magazine, and now you have 15 rounds that you can carry. It actually allows you to have a better grip on the frame. So now your entire hand can really, get all over, completely wrapped around that grip. And that's an extra accessory that SIG sells. Otherwise, it will come with a standard magazine. So all of these, really the sort of pros and the cons. There's going to be a lot more pros than cons, which is why I chose them. With the SIG 380 and the Glock 42, these are going to be probably my main recommendations if you actually want to carry on your body. So as you can see, they're really thin. If you get a nice sort of holster like this one, it's got good retention, and you also have a nice U-clip, so you could actually just put this in your pants, wear it somewhere on you, and you're going to be able to just put your, a light little sweater over it or a light jacket, and you really won't be able to see it. With the Glock 42, again, it's really slim. You can either put it in a holster or you can wear it in a garment, and again, it's going to be a lot more easy to conceal than obviously the Smith & Wesson Easy. And by the way, this is called the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Easy. So a lot of names going on there. And then also these are going to be a little bit more cumbersome if you actually want to carry them on your body. Not to say that you can't, but these are going to be probably more something that you can put in your purse. You can use a concealed carry purse or something. Luckily we as women have purses, so we can just put into a nice holster. Obviously do not carry a gun if you do not have it in a holster, because if you're like me and you have your whole life in your purse and you're digging around for everything in your purse, you might potentially put your finger on that trigger when you're searching for your car keys, and that's something that you definitely don't want. So you want to make sure that it's in a nice retention holster. So basically if it gets knocked around a lot in your purse, your gun's not going to fall out of that holster. So those are my recommendations for concealed carry with handguns. As you can see, that number one, I know what you guys are thinking, I do not have any revolvers here. I do not have any handguns with a safety, with an external safety. I'm going to tell you the reasons for that. With a hammer, most commonly, unless it's a 22, every woman that brings a revolver, not every woman, and this isn't to say that you shouldn't carry a revolver, because I know a lot of women that carry revolvers, but basically they are going to have more of a kick. They're going to be a lot more recoil to control. And a lot of women find that 38 Special, 357, it just is a lot more kick than they care to have. And if you can learn with a sort of smaller round with less recoil, you're going to be able to get on your target a lot more quickly. And also with a revolver, you only have 5, sometimes 6 if you're 6 shots if you're lucky. But for the most part, you don't really have that many rounds to save your life. So with the low round count and the high recoil, the chance of you actually hitting your target is probably pretty small. The safety, usually I don't recommend a safety, because first of all, a safety is a mechanical device that can fail. When people come to the store and they want to see a gun with a safety, I usually ask them, 1, do you have kids in the house? And 2, are you prone to accidents? If they say no and no, then I usually say, well, you don't really need a safety, because first of all, it is a mechanical device that can fail. And if you don't train taking your safety off and incorporating or basically bringing your gross motor skill or your fine motor skills into gross motor skills. So if you're not thinking and your adrenaline's pumping, you may not actually think to take that safety off. So, and that might be the 2 seconds that you need to save your life. So your safety should always be your finger, always have safety awareness, and always keep your gun in a holster. Last thing, I just want to say that if you do have another gun that isn't one of these, that's perfectly okay, because I know that this title of the video is 5 top concealed carry guns, but if you have a Glock 43X or a Glock 43, obviously that's an excellent choice. I have another, Springfield Armory XDS. The Springfield Armory XD lines are huge, very popular, so if that's something that you like, that's not horrible. If you shoot them, I usually always recommend just rent out your gun, shoot it, see what works best for you, and if you like it, who am I to say not to buy it? Also, if you just are starting out, you've never shot a gun before, and you're a little bit fearful of the recoil, but you want to learn with a semi-automatic magazine-fed pistol, I do like the Glock 44. It's a 22 caliber, and it actually is really reliable. I haven't had any problems with this, even with the polymer magazine. Have not had a single problem with it. I know that there's some YouTube videos out there that's saying that there was some problems. I have not experienced one, so I do actually recommend the Glock 44 in 22 caliber. So if you're looking for a full size, not for concealed carry, and you're just starting out, don't know what to buy, there are going to be a lot of other guns out there, but probably, and maybe I am biased because this is my first gun that I owned, but obviously like a Glock 19 or a Glock 17, if you're looking for a full size just to have in the house with a little bit extra round count. So this is going to be 15. We do live in the state of Colorado. lucky us with this magazine capacity limit. But Glock is probably going to always be there for you, not going to jam. There's a lot of reasons why law enforcement carried it for many years, and the chances of it, you know, you needing it and it working out when your life depends on it is going to be very high. So I would recommend Glock 17 or a 19 if you don't know what to buy and you just need something for home protection. You're not looking for concealed carry, that would be a good option for me. So obviously this is women. Men, I actually would have an entirely different 5 for you guys that I would recommend. Maybe 1 or 2 would be the same, but we will get to that in another video. Also, I know that I am recommending 3 380s right now, and 380 is really hard to find, but hopefully it comes back in stock. So I am hopeful. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys learned a lot from this. If you have any questions, feel free to email moderndefense1@gmail.com. If you are interested in any of the classes that I teach, please visit moderndefense1.com. Thanks for watching.